Panthers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And running with power here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The 15. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down, Small, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Burrow. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. We're scoreless after 1.
No score. Johnny Townsend on to punt.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Show it up, show it up. Stick down, stick down.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Curtis Samuel.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go, let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Mike's 15, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The drive starts with a completion left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown. John Ross. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
The extra point.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Now they try the right side here. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
13.
He'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This time, Burrow will look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They go play action with Burrow. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Burrow loses the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. That play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
They'll go for it. Burrow. He's going to have his running baggage complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Burrow looking to pass, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
To John Ross.
John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
His kick is
that
good.
drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And to give this time to the tailback. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
SOS. Check. Deuce.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe is returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down now. Small. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Complete.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To John Ross.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
On the play. First down, Mexico City.
Play action, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
8 yards.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going deep downfield for... And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games. But for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To number 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 4.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
She-Rag got me.
Dead boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers but the ones that make you watch your step. Name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. Boss. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit.